then you have to be patient, because the consequences of standing up with principles is much better than the consequences in giving into the character of the other. For example, when we were in the retreat, Shaykh Maryam, she was speaking about how she started to practice Islam. She said at the age of 11, my mother passed away, and I was very close to my mother. At the age of 16, my father passed away. At 16 and a half, I got interested in practicing the religion of Islam. She said in our country, in Tunisia, practicing Islam was really bad, and people were not allowed to practice Islam. So she said, I said to my brothers who were older than me, I want to put on the hijab. And they said, excuse me, you're not going to do that. And she said, no, yes I am. And she said it was really difficult for my family. Reason being is that hardly anyone wore the hijab in our country. And those women who had hijab on, they used to be accused of indecency, and people would say they are covering their heads because they have done indecent acts. So my brothers feared that people would start pointing their fingers towards our house. So she said that I began to argue with my brothers and give and take. I began to argue with my brothers and give and take. They would quarrel, scream, shout, and I would do the same. She said, up until one day, it clicked to my head. What am I doing? They're arguing and I'm arguing. They're quarreling and I'm quarreling. They're putting arguments together and I'm doing the same. She said, I thought, it clicked to my head and it came to my head that, look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown you the light of Islam. He has shown you the light of guidance. But these people, they have not seen the light of guidance yet. So have mercy upon them. When they argue, don't argue back. When they quarrel, don't quarrel back. She said, I thought to myself, what's the difference between me, who has seen the light of Islam, and these people in my family who haven't seen the light of Islam, if I'm quarreling like this with them? So she said, I decided that I will not argue with them, and I will not quarrel, and I will not stand up to them. So she said the next occasion when we had an argument, or the argument started, I didn't reply. I stayed silent. She said my brothers were shocked, because she said I was very adamant and I was very tough in putting my arguments forward. She said I stayed absolutely silent and I didn't reply. She said my silence spoke louder than my speech and my arguments before. She said my silence spoke louder than my speech and my arguments previously. Why? Because now they started to recognize Islam and see that I'm standing up for principles without me speaking. And then now they began to see a difference in my lifestyle and not a mere covering on my head. Is that clear?